So lads, the NBA have released their MVP ladder, and I'm now looking at it and I'm like, okay, this is finally starting to look like what the MVP ladder should have honestly been for a while. And this is completely justified. And we're finally seeing the top three players be the top three players. In my opinion, I think it's almost a certainty that the all NBA first team is the exact same as last year. And almost the exact same as the year before. And almost the exact same as the year before. I'm pretty sure in 2022, it was Jokic, Giannis, Tatum, Luka, and Booker, maybe? In 2023, it was Giannis, Tatum, Luka, Shea, and Embiid. And last year, it was Jokic, Giannis, Shea, Luka, Tatum. And barring injury, it's going to be Jokic, Giannis, Shea, Luka, Tatum. That's what it's going to be. But I think the MVP ladder is finally the way it should be. But before we get on to that, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We're trying to do Hoopsmas. I'm not going to be able to upload 250 videos between the 1st and the 25th of December, unfortunately. But we are still going to go for 10k by the end of December. Probably not going to hit it, but if we can hit 8.25k by the end of the day, that'd be absolutely incredible. But anyway, now let's look at the actual MVP ladder. So, starts off Nikola Jokic. And yeah, I think he's having one of the highest peaks of all time. I think there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Nikola Jokic, right at this moment, is the MVP of the NBA. Again, I don't think it's by some landslide. Giannis has been incredible. Honestly, I think it's close. But if you're asking me who is the MVP right now, I'm giving it to Jokic. And I'm giving it to Jokic probably more comfortably than you'd think, to be honest. Yeah, for me anyway. But if you want to argue Giannis, I actually don't really want to hold it against you because they have a similar enough record, and Giannis is leading the NBA in points, but at the same time, he is like a half a point a game above Nikola Jokic, who is also, is he leading the NBA in rebounds and like second in assists or something? Either way, Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's been ridiculous. Like, his mid-range has gotten ridiculous, by the way. If you guys haven't seen, Giannis is like isoing people and pulling up from mid. Like, it is impressive what Giannis Antetokounmpo is doing. It really is. Like, I am super impressed by the fact that Giannis has now got the ability to kind of create a shot and go up and hit it. So, I'm really impressed by that. Shea at number 3, like, he is averaging 30 points per game for the best team in the Western Conference. And if I'm not mistaken, I'll check the records. Do the Thunder have a better record in Boston? Because the Thunder have had more injury issues, by the way, than the Celtics. Yeah, I get it. The Celtics have missed Al Horford for a bit of time. They've missed Porzingis for a bit of time. Like, there were times where the Thunder were going out with Jalen Williams playing center. Like, that is the reality of it. They had a 6'5", two-guard small forward playing center. Like, we'll never see anything like that. Well, to be fair, we did see PJ Tucker at center for the Rockets a couple of years back, but 20 and... who beat the Cavs? Oh, Miami. Jesus. But 19 and 5 is 20 and 5. So yeah, the Thunder and Celtics have almost identical records. The Thunder have lost Chet Holmgren for a while. I think Shea deserves to be 3, and I think Tatum deserves to be 4. Best player on the best team, in my opinion. I get it. They are doing really well. The Cleveland Cavaliers, best team in the NBA. You're still going to tough to bet against the Celtics. Tatum is their best player. And the only thing is, like, the points per game is dropping a little bit. Like, he'll probably end the year in the 27 range. And look, I think it's going to be, again, another year where he's going to be in an all-NBA first team spot. I think he's almost locked that down because he is, again, best player on best team. And Cat at 5, in fairness, he's starting to play well. He is starting to play really well. The New York Knicks are starting to do pretty well. Well, I almost said that I thought Timberwolves. He plays for the Knicks, and I said Toronto. I don't know what's. It's obviously must be just tired, not in my normal setup. But yeah, he's been really nice. Defensively, he's been horrific at times, but he's someone that has really stepped up. Like, the New York Knicks very much won that trade. Even though I think at the time a lot of people thought Timberwolves might have won, no, the New York Knicks 100% won the trade. The next 5 is Luka at 6. I still think Luka was so bad against the Thunder that he didn't get into top 5. I think Luka will be in the top 5 soon enough. I think Anthony Davis will drop out of the top 10 soon. I think Franz Wagner not being in the top 10 is ridiculous. I Franz Wagner over Anthony Davis any day. Like, Franz literally led a team like a 10-game win streak without Paolo Banchero. I would have him above AD any day. I would also have Mitchell above AD. I would have Wemby above AD, honestly. Maybe not Wemby above AD. LeBron James being... Oh my God, you have put LeBron James in the top 15 players. Man, what is going on? No Curry. No, like... There's been a lot of good players this season, and you have just put LeBron James in the top 15. They put LeBron in the top 15. In fairness, I was about to say, I was like, he probably will make a top 15 because he will make an all NBA third team. I really hope this is LeBron's last year. Again, as a LeBron fan, I don't want to see LeBron regress. And I don't want to see LeBron be really washed. Like, people will call what LeBron is right now washed. He's still the greatest 40-year-old of all time by a country mile. But I don't want to see him be washed. Either way, though, the top 5 for MVP, I think I'm okay with that. I'm okay. Jokic, Giannis, 1-2. It is Jokic by a bit right now, but there is, if you want to argue Giannis, it's not a crazy argument. I still think Shea on an individual basis, you're really looking at team record. And Tatum, again, I don't think Tatum is good enough individually to be an MVP. That's just my opinion on Jayson Tatum in general. I just don't think he's an MVP caliber player. He's 50% of nights he's not the best player on his own team. So I think it's a really tough one. But again, the Celtics are good enough that he can be garbage and win, but he is still more often than not going to be their best player. And then Karl Anthony Towns for the Knicks. I'm happy enough with that one. So let me know who you guys think should be on the list. Obviously, LeBron out of the top 15. Just no. Trae Young, I think Trae Young, especially with the way the Hawks have been looking, maybe Trae Young a little bit higher. And I'd put Kyrie Irving in the top 15 over LeBron, if I'm being completely honest. And for me, does Freddie VanVleet, should he be in there? Should Garland be in there over LeBron? But I'd have Franz in my top 10. Unfortunately, he's not going to get his first All-Star. He's not going to get his first All-NBA selection because he picked up a pretty bad injury. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. That is the MVP ladder for the NBA. And I'm happy enough with it. I am happy enough with it. I do think that Shea completely deserves to be third. I think the top 3 is on point. I'm very, very happy, and I'm not going to complain. I don't think many people can complain with this top 3 if we're being completely honest.